Alright, well, anyways, let's get this video over with today. Give me a sec. It's gonna keep doing that all the time, so I'm just gonna play a few different tests on it, so that way that the camera would behave. I just been saying that the whole time, so I just give it patience and stuff. I probably would consider doing that. And now, this time, we're going to react to an interesting video that, yes, I am Devin-Foxy Remastered again. And today's video we're going to react to is Good Job. Good job. That would be funny if I said that in the British accent, but I would say it's Good job. Good job. Oh man, now that's hilarious. So, anyway, before this video still begins here, by the way, is that my throat, by the way, is going to be the next thing that might kind of bug me exactly, which my nose still might occupy my nose a little bit because due to allergy season, as I said in the last video on part 11, which by the way I said in part 11, I just basically said exactly is just true. Because my nose is literally bothering me because due to stupid allergy season, that really consider bothering me. So yeah, that's probably why. And just as in for a interesting fact, by the way, is that well, as I did watch that sports, by the way, was happening with Seattle Seahawks taking on the current on the yeah, pretty much it was a different team exactly that was the Cardinals. So I had to say Seahawks bashed their ass. Holy crap. That's exactly one good thing that can make me smile today. Was actually seeing the Seahawks dominate the freaking Cardinals. Which god damn, Seahawks really came in there. Well, I'm oh my god, thank you. I'm seriously, freaking thank you. Even though that Seahawks do have 3 wins and 1 loss, which I could say is thank Jesus. I was literally happy to see that happen, and I'm no freaking shit. That was actually a good dominating game I ever seen. Even if I haven't watched it, then I'll still consider watching it on YouTube TV. That's pretty much the only point I could say at this right now. So there you go. And I'm holy God. There's no way Seahawks came back for a complete big score for a big three. That was freaking impressive. The steal in the fourth quarter was dominating. Freaking dominating, dude. That was good. I love the way how I find this interesting for so many interesting ways that good dominations keep on happening every freaking time. For example, that Sam Donald, literally the base of the guy, keeps on dominating. With some of the other side of the team. That was actually impressive as I actually see that. But nice work. Even though I probably would still consider saying hopefully Texans do the same, which I don't know how that's going to go on with the Texans, but hopefully they still can push it in and just hopefully they can just do their best without losing any losses and just continue with a couple of wins a little bit. And if not, that's fine. At least I'll say they actually give themselves a good game, at least, which I'll still appreciate for the Texans, at least since I'm already considered a Seahawks/Texans fan at this point, to say is you know what, maybe I'm just gonna just consider seeing who does better and does pretty impressive. So yeah, that's just how I think of it. Now, before we continue on back with the video here exactly, is that how long is my allergy season going to probably last? Well, it depends if my nose doesn't kind of bug me. As long as my nose doesn't kind of really affect a little bit of my sickness of the allergy season for a while, then hopefully that's probably the case, and hopefully that does consider the case at any point by any reason. So there you go. And just as in for that fact that hopefully my sickness of the allergy season could disappear, which I actually might disappear. I'm not that sure. I think it might disappear around Monday or Tuesday or something like that, or maybe Thursday. Who knows? Who knows if my allergy season might disappear because it just takes time for my allergy season to kind of disappear and just have it gone and just not let anything else come back from my nose, just to kind of making me sneeze all the time. Which, trust me, I sneezed freaking a lot. I literally freaking sneezed. Like, it was off recording as I kept sneezing the whole time. Like, bruh, I was getting freaking tortured from sneezing. Like, literally, allergy season for these days, for that matter. Literally, allergy season. So, anyway, that's just all I wanted to talk about here of this allergy season. That, yeah, by the way, I want to deliver you guys the best dominating news I'd ever heard. That Seahawks slapped the Cardinals back and throwed it back at them. Literally. Like 3 freaking wins. Hell yes. That's why I love to see the Seahawks winning. And here's the reason why I love seeing that to happen. First on, why do I like Seahawks to win? First of all, I want to point out and just say is why do I say that? Is because if Seahawks keep on winning, it will bring me a good joy of a smile on my face. If Seahawks keep doing it and doing it and doing it the whole time, I'm going to be proud for them if they make it to the Super Bowl. And I'll say is give myself a little celebration and feel a bit happy to see them win. Even hell, I would love wanting to see that happening in the Super Bowl at this point. If Seahawks were to do that, hell, I would celebrate, by the way. I would actually celebrate if Seahawks were in that Super Bowl. Like, don't get me wrong, I probably would want to celebrate it exactly. I don't know how that's going to probably depend exactly if they still do good, but hopefully they will still keep doing it. And like I said, never doubt the Seahawks and never completely pretty much like we disappoint the Seahawks because trust me, they're going to come right back in that face the whole time and every other time. Which I hope Seahawks can still do what they're doing. And hell, I hope Texans could still do the same current different way, but I know they're having a little different struggle because due to if like CJ, which don't get me wrong, I don't hate CJ. I think CJ was just a good throw to begin with since he had like a good arm throw to do with and other shit and other stuff, which I still kind of will appreciate to some of that. So, anyways, let's just get on with this reaction video. And oh, before we do begin this reaction video, that yes, you guys might as well have to wait until I actually play the video, and then you probably will jump to the timestamp when I play the video and get this on over with. So yeah, I probably will say a couple few like 2 or 3 things before we pop in with the video and start with reacting to this anyway. So here's the first option that I probably would say that I've actually been thinking a bit more differently. How am I gonna release part 12 exactly with like yeah, it's gonna be Captain America and of course Spider-Man and of course there's like one big skull fire guy or something, whatever the hell that was. Which like I said, if the announcer does say the guy's name, then I probably would not know or probably would know just because I might guess. And of course, yes, I'll still consider releasing part 12 whenever I feel ready to be releasing part 12. And then, of course, for the DLCs of those characters, yep, that, by the way, is going to be a long bit of a wait and time for me to think about that. But if I feel free to skip it, then yeah, I might feel a bit sorry and just have like a text box just to be appearing on the screen if I've like make something a little differently, which I'll let you guys know at the beginning of the video of however that I will probably make like 2 different good news or like two like one's good and one was bad, which I'll probably will at least try to at least make the text box to see what you guys think. Which yeah, I know they cost freaking expensive as I exactly said from the last one of part 11. So there you go. And without that being said, that yes, I'll currently will release part 12 when I have part 12 on board. And as in for like Final Warriors 3, yes. By the way is going to happen sometime soon when I get to do that very soon. And don't get me wrong, I probably will be still excited to play the third game of Final Warriors 3, which I've never considered playing the third game, which it tells me it's going to be even scarier to play the game, which, yeah, I might as well have to hold my back and watch my back the whole time and at least survive it around and see where this goes. And for example, that's all I want to point out exactly and just say is that hopefully what's going to happen might as well happen. So, yeah. And yes, by the way, I'll still give Fun to Wario's a break since I will probably consider giving myself a break for the Fun to Wario's game right now. That I know after the third game's finished, the fourth game is next, which I'll still put it into a pause. With the hands say the word pause. Even if it doesn't say on the text by the way, it's just a different expression by saying it's like putting it in a pause for a minute and just says like, you know what, pause. I'm just gonna give it a pause and just give it a break. So, anyways, just sorry for me for talking about most likely some different topics. I'm just probably explaining here for everyone just to understand what I'm actually saying. So there you go. And without that being said, hopefully you guys do in fact enjoy this reaction. And also, don't forget, by the way, I will consider thinking about releasing part 12 on the release date. It's either like, I don't know, this October maybe, or like maybe like October somewhere, maybe November, but it'll depend on what's going to go and what's going to happen. And also about the scary horror, by the way. I don't know what I'm going to think about doing. Which I did found a few different examples as I did found them. So hopefully if any of you guys do, feel free to pay attention for what I'm going to be explaining on the next part exactly. After when I finish this reaction, that's probably what I'm going to be thinking about, by the way. And oh yes, by the way, for those who don't know about like something familiar and something sinister, very creepy. It's supposed to be a version of Freddy Fazbear, but it's a red Freddy Fazbear, which means it's not the devil Freddy, it's a very different one. It is called Blood Bear. Which, yes, Blood Bear, on the other hand, is pretty scary as F-U-C-K, which, trust me, it is. Like, it's very scary, which, even if it is a shitpost, then yeah, I think it's what it's been called to be considered to be, so... Yeah, by the way, I've never talked about the character. I've never even recently said anything about the character, but will give a few different expressions about that character, which I've never seen it before, but trust me, I've been looking exactly on some different examples of how I could probably explain from every pause section. I could probably just go on and just hold the pause and just says, hold on a minute. That's when I might start explaining to see where that plays out and what goes on from here. But at least I'm at least going to be very aware and careful to see where this plays out with the fact exactly. But no, I have not talked about Red Bear or anything, or known as slash Blood Bear. That's supposed to kind of refer to a reskin color of Freddy. But anyways, so let's just get on with this reaction. Let's get this on with here today. And yes, I'll still explain everything else whenever I will actually explain it. However, I'm going to finish this video anyway and react to this. And remember, by the way, please remember, is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way, again, you guys absolutely will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. So without further and now further to do, it is time we're going to react to is Good Job. So remember, subscribe to the original person. If you feel like doing that, then feel free to do so. Just remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. Thank you. And plus, I'm not going to waste your guys' time before I play the video. So again, if you feel free to do so, then go ahead and subscribe. If you're a new person to this channel, then go on ahead and subscribe. If you're a real fan, then subscribe. So, enjoy the video, and let's go.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. I am gonna mess you up! I eat your sandwiches! Eat them up! Fat, bald, fatty, fat!
Jesus! Damn! Come on, Red Team, let's go! Oh, damn it! Ooh! Nice! What the? Yes! No freaking way! Bruh! Oh, come on, man. Also, let me just put up a pause for a minute exactly and say this directly in a different way by saying it's like, imagine if saying this by saying it's like, the blue team can't be saved. Like, hold on for exactly, and pause. For example, I'll say the word pause. Is that imagine a different horror movie or sound like differently. It's supposed to kind of sound like a Team Fortress 2 horror version, like saying is like don't join red, but this time it could probably be a different reverse Uno card. Imagine by saying is like don't join the blue team. Like that, by the way, I could probably say for an example, if like I said, if that's reversed, but if not, that'll be a bit interesting. So yeah, that kind of would sound interesting. But if not, I'm just trying to make this a little bit of a different, interesting fact. But, you know, that's all I want to say. So, continue the rest of the video. 1 year later. Fired? Bruh. Since when is Pyro even fired? Okay, for a minute. Seriously. Why did Pyro even got fired anyway? Sorry if I might have to sound like a guy who might be a little serious with that one, but since when did Pyro even got fired? Like, isn't it supposed to be his job not to even be fired anyway? Like, that makes zero sense a little bit, just as for me thinking of it. And also, that explosion was hilarious. Like, hold on a minute, let's just play that back. Like, let's really play it back. Okay. Nice. Nice. CEO heavy. Okay, this is funny. Okay, for Pyro, basically, I'll give him a bit of funny points in this one, but that was funny, so nice. Really nice. And also, since when did this blue dum large fat heavy became ever be a CEO? That makes a little bit of some different weird points for how he looked like a CEO. But I guess he kind of looks like the one who wants to go into a dinner party for some good interesting people. That's what I would think. But it reminds me of that. Oh well, poor guy. Wait, what are you doing? Damn! Damn. Like, damn for a minute. Like, what did he just do right here? Wait, what? Wait a second. Like, what did Pyro even do right there? And sorry if I was still coughing, but just remember it's still allergy season for me. But don't worry, I still have allergy season. But like I said in the first other seconds, as I said on the timestamps, that I'll feel a bit better when I will feel better. So continue the video. Let's see what this said. Oh, help wanted. Okay. Hey, man, this is pretty differently interesting. Alright, well this is, hold on a minute. I'm just gonna give myself a pause on this for a sec. On a good frame. Alright, it says, Engineers moving CEO. Ah, damn. Of course it has to be the engineers. It says, the engineer is a soft-spoken and text with a text and with an interest in all things mechanical. He specializes in constructing and maintaining buildings that okay, what it says, support to his team rather than fighting at the front lines. The engineer's vicious gadgets, including the sentry gun, an automatic target that fires at any enemy in range. A dispenser, a device that restores the health and animation or whatever that said, of nearby teammates, and teleporters that quickly transport players from point to the whatever it's in. Yeah, at this point I can't probably read most of all that because due to my allergy season, so hey, don't blame me if I just have it, but I'm just trying to read it some of those as I can, so continue. Let's see what it's let's see what this is gonna go on about. Engineers, huh? That's pretty based. What? Okay. That was a little bit unexpected here. Fish sticks? What? Okay! Fish sticks. Literally fish.
Good one, mate.
Alright, so all I'm gonna say is by fish sticks is like, what? Okay, that by the way, I had no idea why there was even some fish sticks to even begin with, but, alright, well, at least I just got back to a few other timestamps just to re-look at this already now, but, you know, let's just continue.
Good one, mate.
Guess that's the physics, I guess. Ha! Okay, then. Oh god, that's a lot of fish. Oh, that's a lot of bait for fish. Like, okay, at this point, I don't know how Pyro's even gonna, like, use a fishing rod to, like, roll up some fishes up in the bottom of the sea, but that's gonna be a different question as I probably would say how Pyro's gonna do so, but let's wonder to see how Pyro's gonna do. Oh, wait, what? Shark? Holy crap! No freaking way. Well, there he goes. Yeah, well, bye-bye, you dumbass. I mean, you could have swum the freaking back, but nope, you're just gonna get eaten by a damn shark, so I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not that surprised if he died or not, but I, again, am not surprised if you ever get hit by a shark. Seriously, if you get eaten by a shark, you're dead. Like, you're DEAD. You're freaking dead. Like, you could have freaking swim the frick back what Pyro was doing. Like, if I was Pyro in his shoes, I would have swim back to shore and got the hell out of there. Like, seriously, I'm freaking out of here in the water. Bruh. Like, the funnier ways I find it funny, the hilarious that is, so... Huh, pretty funny. Oh, let me see what all those said. Gorilla Wrestling. Fridays sign up. Okay, this just got signed by Sexton Hale. Alright. And I mean, I guess that's when you get Blue Sniper to get eaten by a little shark. But you're literally a big ass shark to eat him. So, bye bye, I guess. And then this also says Mango Memo. Notice to all employees. Shirts downgraded from optional to strongly discouraged. Mango, of course, it says that of all employees. Captain Dan, guest lecturer on eating old things this July. I never heard of that. Alright, says this one says from the soldier by says, give him the boot. The right in the fault. The right in the fault or something like that. But okay, let's continue. Let's see what else is going to be. Damn! Okay. Bruh. Again? Oh my god, again with a shark. Who literally puts a freaking shark in a teleporter? Who literally does that? Like, okay, I don't know what the hell was that about, but come on, why even put a shark in there? Like, we do know that the shark's never even going to come back out there, right? I mean, he was literally at the sea. Like, how can you bring a shark out here when the shark was just there? Give me a minute. And also, about that guitar when Spy was holding it, okay, well, at least I kind of give him a little respect on that guitar, which I think he could have done a professional job of that guitar, which, no shit, he actually does that good, a little bit of that guitar. I'll still give him a thumbs up for it. Oh, it's a... Oh, that made sense. Okay. The shark was little. Okay, the shark had a medium sized. Ah, got it. So I guess that's how that teleporter works. Huh. Like arranging the big shark to be that big. Makes sense. Poor Pyro.
Fear me, cowards!
What the? Of course. Why am I not surprised? Literally, why am I not surprised for that?
Push it! Push!
Well, hopefully Pyro has got
Stay
this.
near the bomb.
Oh, jeez. Of course there's Come on, Pyro. Kick his butt, dude.
We did it!
Wow, what a surprise. Pretty interesting surprise. Huh. I guess that's what happened really much like we all along there, huh? Interesting. Well, interesting job that Pyro was doing. Very interesting job. And just as in for this fact, everybody, I hope you guys definitely in fact enjoyed this video. And please again, be sure like as always is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. And plus, it was that blue heavy and that blue spy the whole damn time, huh? Like it was really them the whole actually the time of this. Huh. So that's why they were going after that Pyro. Makes even sense. Well, for once, by the way, I think Pyro actually did a very great job, exactly. So, if it says good job, I'll even say great job. Like, get it? It's called good job, and now I said was great job. Oh, what an interesting pun. What an interesting pun, as I just said from a different word. Like, even if it made sense or not, but hey, at least I find it a little bit somewhat funny. So, yeah, that's all I think of that right there. And just for an example, is all I want to say right here, folks, is that afterwards, once I release part 12, then yeah, I will consider saying yes, I'll have part 12 released whenever I have it ready. I think it will come around like October-ish or November-ish or however I'll have it released or some point. It depends on however I get it out exactly. As long as I don't have allergy season again, then yeah, at least hopefully that's going to be a good thing, at least just to like give myself some proper time to have that released and part 12 to have that released. And by the end of the day, after when I actually just like finish Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, then I'll probably just get on with the Steam explanation just for real exactly, and just say is like, oh, how am I gonna probably do? How am I gonna do with it exactly, and how we're gonna play this around with exactly, and just see where this all goes recently, and just see where all it goes. But like I said, at least I'll have it over with part 12, and then maybe part 13. Whatever depends on however that more parts are going to be done exactly with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. As long as it gets done exactly, it depends however I finish it. But it kind of depends on however it finishes it. So yeah, that's how I kind of think about that right now. And oh yes, as in for this video, I gotta say this video was interesting. I give this an 8 out of 10, which I think this was pretty interesting. Which I'd say I only find this interesting because, man, what does a shark even have to come out the water for? Like, we literally saw the shark 2 times, and that was actually funny as AF for many times to see that shark being out there. So, like, I probably still wouldn't be feeling ashamed if, like, oh, if some blue nitwit even got eaten by a shark, which technically I wouldn't be rather be eaten by a shark anyway. I'd rather be running the hell out of there and just get on the water and just, swim to shore and just leave. That's all I probably would say. And just as in for that example, as I hope you guys do in absolute fact enjoy the video. And like always, yeah, I hope some people might be okay, exactly, for whatever happened in that restaurant when that shark was in there, which I think I saw a few of them were running out there, and yeah, that was actually a great call that Scout fired him a little bit, which I don't actually blame Pyro for that, which I think Pyro got a little confused by seeing what was doing exactly. But I mean, for Pyro exactly, yeah, he probably would have been more careful with the shark, exactly the incident for how that shark was out there again twice in a row, actually twice. So I'm like, yeah, pretty much. So, anyways, like I said again, folks, I hope you guys do understand and hopefully, in fact, enjoy the video. And also, no worries about my allergy season of my sickness will disappear at any time whenever it's going to disappear. Like, I think it just takes time for it just to probably, like, have time for itself to cure up my nose exactly and see if I just don't get any sick exactly for however the allergies doesn't bother me as too much. So that's kind of what I could say right now. And oh, just as for this example, I actually do want to say, if for those who don't know about pretty much likely Blood Bear, known as like I don't know, pretty much some like arc thing that was probably there. Well, I've probably never seen it. Basically, only on YouTube. Exactly, just like only my channel recently. I've never saw by the way. But yeah, by the way, I've recently saw it. By the way, like a couple times. I just recently saw it, but I might actually re-look at it again, just to like re-look the video and just see how I could like. Just see what my expressions would be or my reactions to it exactly, and see how that could probably be arranged or somewhat like that. But that's all I want to talk about, and that's all I want to say, and that's just the point of it. So if you guys do again enjoy this video, remember the four things you guys gotta do is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way, again, you guys absolutely will not miss a single video that comes straight onto the channel. So without further ado, I'll see you guys absolutely in the next video. So take care, everyone. Hopefully, you guys definitely, in fact, enjoyed it. And also, for another thing, too, by the way, I also want to be mentioning here exactly is that, well, I did leave like a few two different good options. I probably would say exactly how I kind of felt like, I don't know, just thinking of something like, I don't know, for something scary exactly. That also, by the way, for who those don't know about like Nemesis Blue. No, I have not saw that movie of Team Fortress 2's version of it, which no, I've not seen it. I've only pretty much recently saw it like once or twice a little bit, just like seen it 2 times in a row, but it might be my third time if I consider having it in exactly for that example, which I might say that, by the way, yeah, that's going to probably have a different example with me since I probably have never seen it, which I think it's going to probably have like a few different kind of effects that might have a little bit of triggering with me a little bit sometimes just to kind of like avoid the flashing lights, which I don't know how am I going to avoid the flashing lights, but for me, I'm just going to kind of be aware and just cut those off, which by the way, I think the only thing I could probably do is just like shield my eyes. Like I don't know if I get glasses or anything, which I might try at least to use glasses for that example to kind of block it away. For who those probably might want to wear glasses, then hey, please wear glasses because that might help. Because due to kind of like the flashing lights, exactly that might have a bit of like I don't know. For those who have gone like having that kind of thing exactly with like the flashing directly in the face, well, just be sure to get glasses and be sure to kind of protect yourselves with glasses because I think that could help a little differently with that scenario. So, who are those want to use glasses, then please use glasses. So, there you go. Anyway, all I gotta say about like the Nemesis Blue, I've not seen the video, but I might get a good look at it. Which, like I said, I've never seen it before, but I might give it a little interesting look to the whole explanation of that movie. Which I've not seen it, but I might give it a try and look at it. So yeah, that's all I probably would want to say right now. So without that being said, is I hope you guys do in fact enjoy this video. Like always, is like, hit comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified. Thank you. Now, anyways, without that being said, is I'll see you guys absolutely next time, and like always, and absolutely in the next video. So take care, everybody. Have a great day. Have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys absolutely in the next video. And like always, and likewise, absolutely in the next video. And don't forget, by the way, part 12 would definitely be as soon to be released on October or near November, which I think that only will depend when it's ready of having part 12 out, by the way. And yes, I did got the Captain America thumbnail when I have it ready, which basically it depends on however I feel like being ready to do part 12, because it just takes a matter of time and patience to have like the parts being ready in every single gameplay I do at most times with it. So that's just how I kind of focus on it, That's just how I want to focus on that. And yes, by the way, there might be like one or two good news, by the way, I might mention in a text box, by the way, that I'll actually will let you guys know in a text box by actually explaining how the good news or not the good news will probably be explaining it, but with like the DLCs and of course of Marvel versus Capcom Infinite game, which for example, if I'll let you guys know, then I'll let you guys know. But like I said, if not, that's when I'll actually give you guys the good or bad news, just to explain it. So, anyways, like always and likewise, I hope you guys do in fact enjoy this video, and for much more, and like always, thank you guys again for being patient and very much likely taking the time and fully being patient. So, there you go. And without that being said, I'm going to get going right now. And hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a great time. And hope you guys, in fact, enjoyed this video. And yes, again, like always, absolutely continue being amazing and continue being awesome out there. For like the real fans of my channel, real fans, no fake fans or fake Devin-Foxy fans either. For who those are probably are fake. I'm just saying is that be a real fan and have support, like real support and very good support. That probably would help and be appreciated. So, thank you. Anyways, without that being said, like I said, I'll take a look on like the pretty much about the Red Bear arc. By the way, that'll probably be known to be like, I don't know, some kind of re-uploaded channel that is like Statue 37. Like, yeah, at some point I think I have to say that yeah, there's like a channel name called like, I don't know, Statue 37 Archive, which by the way I've not seen, by the way. Even if I haven't made that YouTube video, by the way, just to take a look at it, then yeah, I might re-look and re-watch the video. But for me, I'll just be aware for how that's going to happen. But like I said, it's not going to be now. It's only going to be later. If I feel like wanting to like explain how it's going to be played, then we'll see. But at least I'll take on to see what Red Bear even looks like and see what he even truly looks like. But yeah, I think Red Bear, known as like Red Freddy exactly, then yeah, he on the other hand is just pretty scary, and also very scary than Freddy Fazbear exactly, which I think to say I'm probably gonna say we're gonna see where this goes, and for those I'll be aware of, then yeah, at least I'll be aware of what it's going on exactly, which yeah, I've really not seen the archive, which I've really not seen the Statue 37 archive, but at least we'll go on for like to see where this goes and see where this all leads. But, at least I'll give myself a little bit of the pausing and see where the timing's going to be and see where I'm going to do that. And just kind of be formatally being aware of seeing where that plays out. So, thank you. So, anyways, hope you guys do in fact enjoy this video, and hope you guys do in considering enjoying this video as well. So, there you go. And, anyways, so part 12 will be ready as when it's ready, and pretty much as in for like the Blue Nemesis, yeah, that could be a possibility if I have that, if the chance of having that to be ready. Like I said, it probably is the same thing as I've actually reacted to, is like Spy's Disguise, as I've probably recently saw before exactly, which I've reacted to it like, I don't know, I think it was like a long time. I think I could probably remember it, but I think it was like a long video, like a long time. Ever since I've already reacted to it, but it is probably the same like creator that probably is going to have like a different video that was actually different, which I think was just still called Blue Nemesis, which I probably have never looked on before, but I might give it a look and see how I can probably like think it'll be a bit more likely to watch and interesting to watch. Which, like I said, it might get darker around the road, which I think it will still get darker exactly for the fact that it's probably like a horror-based movie, which I think we can all agree that it still could probably be one of those. But yeah, that's all I can say. And as in for now, folks, hope you guys do in fact enjoy this video. And yes, by the way, there are pretty much two available things I could probably select that might be very differently. Which yes, I do typically in fact am saving the blue nemesis around like the scary time around October, which I think that could probably be related to example like Halloween or something differently, but we'll see. Like, we'll see, by the way. We'll just see. So, like I said, Blue Nemesis will still be a possibility as I give myself the opportunity of the time and think about it. Which, like I said, it doesn't make me think I might have to rewatch it, which I might try at least to rewatch it around like October-ish or something and see what I can think of it. But, like I said, it's going to get a little bit like, a bit scary and a bit dark. And then, of course, like a bit of like, just to say it will be a little bit like, just to say the fact that for some reason it probably might have like a bit of like, I'm just trying to get the right word on the time. I'm just trying to get the right word by saying it's like depressing. Yeah, I mean, it would probably be like, very depressing, and it might probably be like one of those, I guess, but we'll see, I guess. So, anyways. Without that being said, is I'll definitely see you guys in the next video, and as I could probably just say right now exactly that, oh yes, this video is still good. I still recently give this an 8 out of 10, and also that was actually a pretty good video. I'll admit that the video was dang pretty good. Like, I gotta give it to the creator. Did a really interesting job with the video. Really great job. Seriously. I love the fact that I love this time exactly where it's just an interesting part by having this a good way. Well, Pyro actually was the one who probably finally stopped the Blue Heavy and the Blue Spy exactly, which I think, by the way, that actually made a very good, interesting playthrough on that. That was actually a very interesting video. Like, very interesting video. And then also, by the way, I was in line when I say it was like, for something different in reverse, like, think about this for exactly. Which I know there's a word by saying is like, don't join the red team, which I think that's already been still a thing as I kind of watched it on like a few different feeds, which I had never even seen it. But as in from this example, let me just say this, is that imagine by saying is like, don't join the blue team. Like, for example, like, imagine this, like, don't join the blue team. Like, that, by the way, would probably be pretty different. And that would be pretty cool for if somebody actually would probably do another interesting remake exactly, but a very different name that actually would kind of involve the blue team. Which I think the Wolves would be swapped, which I hope the Wolves could be swapped, which I'm not saying anything against that. I'm just saying hopefully it will be like something the same, but even different. Very interesting. But, I mean, no, most people could try at least to say that it will be impressive. But if not, that's fine. I mean, I don't blame anybody. I don't blame nobody else to that. But, I'm just trying to be positive with it. So, there you go. And, anyways, so I'll let you guys know when a part 12 is ready for exactly for whenever I have it out. So, the thumbnail is ready to go, but exactly when I have the video ready, that's when I'll have it going and have it started. So, there you go. So, anyways, like that being said, like that always being said, and all what, and likewise, exactly as thank you guys very much for watching this video. And without that being said, I'm Devin-Foxy, Remastered again. We'll absolutely see you guys, fairly enough, absolutely, in the next video. So take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll absolutely see you guys, absolutely, in the next video. So take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys, absolutely, in the next video. So, for example, I'll think about the archive with like the pretty much likely the Satch 30 yeah, I think it was the Satch 37 archive, by the way, of the pretty much the arc of like the Red Bear exactly. That's known like Red Freddy exactly, which is supposed to be very, very scary for some people, or exactly, or maybe yet just like have a shit post of it exactly or whatever. Because at this point, as I recall, being two of those options for pretty much that arc at least. So we'll see. And by the way, yeah, I've really never seen it, but I'll at least give it a go. Exactly, it depends if I actually will think about that. if it depends if I actually will finish like a few things left to go, and then I'll have my time and my time worth exactly to see what I can look on. For example, which I might at least see where this is going to go and just take a look at it. But if there's some unexpected things, then yeah, I might say is like, to kind of like back up the claim and just say like what's going to be false or exactly what might be true or false, which I could say for those examples, which I just probably would recently still be fair to the question, but that's all I can probably just say now. So, anyways, so I guess it's time we wrap this video up and it's time we get this over with here today. So, without that being said, it is time again. I'll definitely sign off here and there. So, for example, thank you for watching. Take care, folks, and I'll see you guys again absolutely for part 12 when part 12 is ready of Marvel versus Capcom Infinite exactly. So it'll be ready on part 12 when it's ready. So take care. It's time I get going and it's time I sign off and it's time we'll see you guys. See you later and very soon. And always, absolutely take care. And also hope you guys have a great Halloween exactly. Even if it is early, then hey, at least I'll say something early anyways. But, at least I know Halloween's coming around the corner, which we can all expect Halloween comes around the corner. So, hey, that's probably what I can expect. And also, by the way, I actually do want to say something before we leave exactly that. Also, here's an interesting fact, by the way, about the Fanta drinks. That also, guess what? I got the Freddy Fazbear Fanta drink. And yes, it definitely had like an orange flavor, exactly, which was definitely like an orange flavor. And of course, by the way, I got was like the Freddy Fazbear drink, which I actually did got that of the Fanta drink, and also of course I did got the Chucky one, but not the Michael Myers. But I'll at least get the Michael Myers drink whenever I have it ready, exactly to get that a good taste of it. But at least two of those drinks were good. Actually, they were pretty dang good. So hopefully they're that good. And I think to say that, by the way, I did took a picture of the Chucky one and Freddy Fazbear's one, of course, which I actually did do that. And I think it was actually pretty dang good. So it tasted pretty good. It was actually very awesome to begin with, and it was actually a pretty good taste. So there you go. And without wasting you guys' time, I'm definitely going to get going and I'm going to sign off. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's all I'm going to say. And just for that example, that yes, currently, that which one's going to come first, by the way, is definitely the archive, exactly, that might come first, exactly. And of course, Blue Nemesis will come second, which I think it depends if whatever's going to go first. So we'll see. And and like I said, hopefully the allergy season will definitely go away at the meantime, which I will still go away, but it depends on how my allergy season will go. But yeah. So, anywho, I'll see you guys next time. So, thank you, goodbye, peace out, see you later, and yeah. So, see you next time. Take care. Peace out. Goodbye. And I think that's all I have to say today, and that's all I have left to say exactly. So, thank you. Goodbye. Peace out. And sign off and see you next time. So it's Devin-Foxy, remastered again. We'll see you absolutely in the next video. So thank you for watching. Take care and see you next time. And also, by the way, I only just got bored because I just wanted to react to something because due to my allergy season. And yeah, I mean, the normal schedules will stay the regular normal exactly for till further notice exactly until part 12 is on the ready exactly whenever I have part 12 going exactly. And it's also, by the way, of me explaining about when part 12's ready. So that's probably the point of it. And yeah, I know I have like a few things to deal with anyway, since I know I got like the Steam thing to go on with too, exactly, which I have like a lot of things going on. Like, let's say I have like four, exactly, that might probably go on exactly, like four. Like, first of all, exactly, I probably am going to be a bit confused exactly, and for whatever's going to happen, I really don't know. It's going to be selected randomly for how I'm going to choose it. So we'll find out and see for further notice. But anyway, time to get going. And it's Devin-Foxy Remastered here again. And also, one interesting fact for whoever gets eaten by a shark is remember, is never get eaten by a shark. If you get eaten by a shark, then you're dead. So if you get eaten by a shark, you're dead, and you're dead like a turkey on a very much of its feet. To just probably get chomped off by a shark. So remember, if you get eaten by a shark, by a live shark, then don't even think about like saying like, oh, like saying it's like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. Well, you physically wouldn't know that if the shark wouldn't came out there anyway. Like it's called having common sense. Like that's the fact of it. If you bring a shark in there, the shark's gonna completely eat you alive if you do that. Which is pretty stupid, you know, it's pretty stupid. So, anyways, see you guys next time. It's time I get going. It's time I sign off for right now so I don't waste my time. So thank you for watching. And yeah, part 12 is definitely on the ready time. So yeah, part 12 will be ready whenever it's ready. And till my allergy season goes away, then it'll go away for shortly. So hopefully it does, and I hope so. And for example, which I probably am getting tired of it because it's like been literally 3 days for like my allergy season not to go away. It's like 3 freaking days of it, and it's just still allergy season for me. And I'm like, come on, man. Can I please just have like no allergy season for once? So if you feel bad for me for having the allergy season, then yeah, I do again hopefully to say, yeah, hopefully my allergy season will go away shortly, so thank you. Anyways, I'll see you later, guys. Thank you, and yeah, 4 options I have left to deal with exactly is like finishing the rest of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and of course, Financial Wires 3 will still be on the table, and then of course, like the Steam thing, and of course, the Statue 37 archive that is known to be Bloodbear, that is also Red Freddy, and of course Blue Nemesis, which, yeah, don't get me started to know why it's just like literally called the name of the title of that name called Blue Nemesis, which I think it'll still make a lot more sense to understand why I actually think it makes sense anyway to begin with. It's just like, you know what, maybe I think that will make a little sense a little bit for that. Like, that makes a little sense for that. So, anyways, it is time to get going, everybody. It's time I sign off, and it's time I get going out of here. So thank you for watching. And yes, I still rank this video an 8 out of a 10. So still a great job. 8 out of 10, very great job, and very impressive job with an 8 out of 10. So anyways, see you next time. Take care, and goodbye. So thank you for watching. Take care. Peace out. Goodbye. And see you guys, in fact, absolutely, in the next video. So take care. Goodbye. And see you next time. Peace on out. Later, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. See you guys absolutely in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. See you later.